War. War never changes. Other things that don't ever seem to change include, but are not limited to, laws of physics, old movies, the nostalgia we all feel for the 90s, the smell in my closet, my grandmother's general distrust of Asians and Jewish people, and of course, fanboys.
Yippee-yay, there'll be no wedding bells for today.
Oh, fanboys, ever so eager to jump on the hype train and ride it for miles, no matter how sketchy or uncomfortable the train may seem. Sometimes going as far as to insist that you love every moment of it, even as it screeches too fast around a bend, goes off the rails, and kills hundreds. Just remember, a brave captain always goes down with the ship, but a good captain checks for giant holes in the boat before leaving the port. This is of course a roundabout way of saying, stop pre-ordering shit. I genuinely don't understand the logic behind it. To look at a trailer that says,
"Here, have some pretty graphics, maybe some shitty unrealistic gameplay, give us money,"
and think that's a good investment is just plain not smart. The best case scenario in this situation is that you get to play a game that you enjoy 1, maybe 2 days earlier than you would otherwise. Worst case is, well, you get robbed. And suddenly the neat skin you got for your character is worthless because you don't want to play the game anymore. And the cheap Chinese plastic helmet and bag combo is just a physical reminder of the game that you were so excited for and the disappointment and waste of money that followed. And why would they try? Why would they put in anything more than the bare minimum effort when they can tell their stockholders that they can slap together a trailer and have an instant return on investment? That's not even counting everyone that buys the game day one without the pre-order before the reviews are out. And of course, the people that don't follow gaming news and just end up buying it later out of ignorance. But of course, now that everyone's angry at them, they'll learn their lesson, right? And actually put in effort? Well, let's be real. No matter how angry people get over this, there's no fucking way that this puts even the slightest dent in the sales or pre-order numbers of Skyrim 2 or, wait. The fuck was that again? Hold on. Okay, whatever this is. And of course I'm aware that I'm currently taking a tire iron to a long-dead Clydesdale, but watching people yelling about how they got fucked when they decided to assume the position from day one is just a little frustrating, and I wanted to talk about it. That being said, I feel the need to say that I'm not actually telling you what you can and can't do with your money. Surprising, right? I am telling you, however, that if you make a gamble, no matter how good the odds may seem, you have to be ready to deal with the consequences. Look, I understand that you're mad. You were lied to, but you took the word of people you never met about something that people get burned on a lot. Hell, I'm still pretty sore over a pre-order too, and I wasn't even the one that paid for it. For my birthday, a friend gave me a pre-order of the deluxe edition of Black Ops 4, and don't get me wrong, I appreciate the hell out of it, but I feel like a dick because I don't play the thing anymore because it's my least favorite Call of Duty yet. But speaking of Call of Duty and Treyarch's desire to make it a hero shooter, can we just touch on the premise of Fallout 76? I like MMOs, and I like Fallout games. But the reason I've never played this game is because the idea of jamming those two concepts together seemed pretty dead on arrival. Now, I'm not sure about the original games as I've only played 3, 4, and New Vegas, but in those games it's all about being the guy. You're the guy that embarks on an adventure. You make shit happen and change the wasteland for better or worse depending on the choices you make. These are not themes that you can portray very well in an MMO setting or just any setting where there's a bunch of people doing the same exact thing. In a game like World of Warcraft, it's not about being the guy, it's about being a guy who works his way up to the highest level of guys and eventually joins together with all the biggest, baddest guys to take down a raid boss. And I just don't see how those two kinds of stories mesh well. A game like Destiny will at least give you the fact that you are actually just an army of individuals and squads taking on other armies and squads. From what I've seen of Fallout 76, the premise seems to be everyone is just running around doing their own thing, picking shit up and making camps, eventually working your way up to the point where you can make a big kaboom. And maybe it's not that. I don't know. I might have missed something in the coverage of this game. If there seems to be an actual goal beyond that, you're free to let me know. But you know what's even better in Destiny than the setting and the setup? The gunplay. Again, I don't know if the gunplay in Fallout 76 has gotten any better since Fallout 4, though the news that bugs that existed in Fallout 4 are easily replicated in Fallout 76 doesn't exactly give me hope. But the shooting in Fallout games has never really felt tight enough for me to ever want it in a PvP setting. It seems like Bethesda is aware of this as well, based on how much it seems to want to discourage it.
It doesn't matter that I'm wanted or anything. If I die, I lose those caps. But until I fucking go and get shot back by this person, even if I want a PvP, it doesn't matter. Most powerful shotgun in the entire game conceivable, and I can't kill this person.
Now obviously this is just a way of keeping people from ganking less skilled players, but you've taken the one thing that might make a world filled with other players a little more frightening and nerfed it to the point of it being nearly pointless. No, I'm not saying I like The Division, and I'm not saying that The Division is even slightly a good game, but they had a good idea going with the Dark Zone before they also decided to make it fucking pointless. And now I keep bringing up subjects that should really be saved for another video, so I'm going to actually wrap this up here. As of the time I'm finally getting an opportunity to throw all this shit together, Bethesda has apparently made a statement that they're going to start replacing the Ziploc bags you paid $200 for with an actual real-life canvas bag. Now Bethesda, I have to say, you've dug yourself in way too deep, but don't think for a second that I don't enjoy watching you try to frantically crawl your way back out. The moral of the story here is to stop paying money for shit that doesn't exist yet. It's like walking down the streets of Detroit with a wad of hundreds hanging out your back pocket. You're just fucking asking to get robbed.